Hi, why is empathy so important? Well, empathy, as you probably know, is the ability to understand the feelings of another person. And as we come out of COVID 19 back into the workplace in many situations, as we deal with racial tension that's taking place around the world, having the ability to be empathetic with your fellow human beings is more important than ever. We want to be able to foster relationships which are collaborative, which are warm, which are supportive. And of course, the ability to understand what somebody is going through, the ability to be able to walk in their shoes is super important for us to really get what's going on for our colleagues, for our clients, for the people that we manage at work. In addition, we know that when people feel that they are cared for by their bosses, by their managers, they automatically become better at collaborating. They share more information with their colleagues. They are more innovative. There are many other benefits. So why not create that atmosphere at your workplace where people feel cared for, where people feel that somebody actually is interested, they give a damn about what they feel. In addition to that, LinkedIn, for the first time in 2020, has put emotional intelligence as one of the top 5 soft skills in that list. And if we look at 5 years ago, in the list were things like punctuality, which almost feels like the kind of Stone Age, right? Oh, you must be on time. Of course, that's a given. But now the sort of skills that we needed to display at work are much more sophisticated. So empathy is part of emotional intelligence. So it's a key skill to have at work. So why and how can we improve people's empathy? So hopefully I've explained why it's so important. But what I love to do is when I speak to groups, I like to share actionable frameworks and step-by-step insights that people can use that will help them to improve and to change. Because we've all been to those workshops or talks where, for half an hour or an hour or perhaps a day-long workshop, we've learned some good stuff. But then as soon as we get back to our day-to-day environment, it's almost like we tip our heads to one side and it all just kind of pours out of our ears, right? What I love to do is when I speak, I like to give people a 30 or even a 60-day plan that they can use to actually really to implement what I've taught them and what they've picked up, but also to make it a part of their daily habit. So it really becomes instilled in them and in their behavior, and you get lasting change. So what I do in my empathy talks is I give people a 3-step framework that's really easy to apply to help people become more empathetic. I look at listening and look at how people can become better listeners and what to look out for in themselves where perhaps they're not as good listeners as perhaps they could be. And then on top of that, of course, as I said, is this plan, this month-long plan where people start identifying individuals in their organizations, or it could even be clients and prospects, that they want to foster more empathy towards, and they start thinking about some daily actions that they can put into practice to help create a more empathetic, a kinder, a warmer, more innovative, more engaging environment where people feel included, where they feel that they belong, and there's this real vibe of well-being. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an explanation as to why empathy is so important, and also the benefits of bringing me in, whether that's to run a 1-hour keynote speech for your organization, or to run a half-a-day workshop, or even to run a virtual session on empathy, because it's such an important skill. It's really not one to be overlooked. Thanks ever so much for listening, and have a fantastic day.